I have 5 shots set up here, all with the respective cue balls. I'm going to shoot the same aim, fractional aim from the Poolology book on all 5 shots. They all share the same things in common. All of these balls have the same position value on the table, and they all lead to the same spot on the rail, give or take an inch, and I'll show you why that give or take an inch is the reason why I can pocket all 5 of these balls with one aim point. The aim point I'm going to use is a 3/8 aim, according to the Poolology book, which is aiming straight through the center of the ball, all the way to a point to where if I could follow through all the way to that object ball, my stroke would end with my shaft, my ferrule, flush against the outer edge of that ball. That's a 3/8 aim, right through there, just like that. Well, about right in there. So I'm going to move the camera over to where we have a better view of the shots and it's not in my way. So we'll come over here, maybe raise it up a little bit, maybe even higher. Okay, so now we're going to do it. I'm going to shoot all 5 of these shots exactly the same way. I'm going to use some draw so I don't run into these balls. I don't really need to draw this one, but if I shoot this one rolling it, I'm going to roll into this one. So I'm just going to make sure I don't roll into those balls. I'm not going to stun them. So I'm either going to use draw or follow. So we'll just shoot them all, and then I'll explain how it works and how you can use this little bit of knowledge for a lot of different aiming techniques. It doesn't have to be fractional aiming. Drug his feet a little bit. Probably didn't hit it spot on. I'm going to explain how come I can shoot the same aim shot and make those balls. Because when you've got a ball setting out here like that, let's put one right here. There is from this angle going into this pocket, I can make the ball here cleanly without touching here, or I can make it go from here and touch the facing there. So I've got about a 3-degree window from right there. From right here, it's probably closer to a 4-degree window. I know it's 4 degrees from out in the middle of the table, but from right here, let's just say I have 3 degrees. About an inch left or right of center pocket. So that same little 3-degree window I have down there, for this ball to be accepted, the margin of error is what they consider that. I've got a 3-degree margin of error, plus or minus 1.5 degrees. But the window is 3 degrees. I have the same 3 degrees out here. No matter what type of aiming system I'm using, or if I'm using ghost ball or contact point, I have a 3-degree, the same margin of error that ball has to go into the pocket. I have the same margin of error for my cue ball placement, which means with the Poolology book, see, this is the 3rd shot, so that's this shot right here. That means with the Poolology book, I don't have to be dead on this spot for that to be a 3/8. I could be anywhere from here to there. I've got a little 3-degree window here. I could shoot the same shot from here or from over here. And the farther away the cue ball is, the more room I have, because the 3 degrees gets wider back here. You know, if I were only up here, 3 degrees is only going to give me about a 1/4 inch left or right. But from here, I've got almost an inch left or right. From back here, I probably have 2 inches, maybe 1.5 inches left or right. You know, I could shoot it from here. Let's use this ball over here. because I can get more distance. So same shot goes here. I can shoot it from here. I've got that much room, which is the same window I have going into the pocket. It's a little bit tighter because I'm getting closer to the rail, but still I've got this little window here. So I could shoot the ball from here, or I could shoot it from there. Probably about just like that. So now my little 3-degree window, by the time I get way back here, is giving me a pretty big slice of pie that I can, anywhere in this area, I can shoot the same main point and make it. Or I could shoot the same ghost ball, the same contact point, and make the ball because I have that much room for error down there. I mean, I could shoot this shot, it's a little further away, and hitting that 3/8 from back here is a little trickier. And I'll shoot from this ball, same main point, I'm not changing anything about how I'm aiming. Because I've got a little window. Now here's where it comes in pretty handy. If you're going to shoot, say, spot shots. Most people know that most people put the ball about a half a diamond out and aim for a half ball shot, which means they're going to aim through the center of the cue ball to split their tip on the edge of that object ball if they could follow all the way through to that point, right? Well, a half diamond out's going to make it. It ends up overcutting the ball a little bit over to this side of the pocket. So if you're off a tiny bit, it's going to hit this and not go in. It's better to be about 7 inches off the rail, a little past half a diamond, because then this half ball is targeting the center of the pocket, and it's going to go. You have a little bit more room for error. You can go an inch left or right, or inch and an eighth left or right on this table. 4.5 inch pocket, so I've got 2 1/4 inches that I can play with right here. An inch and an eighth this way, or an inch and an eighth that way. I've got the same. This is about 4 degrees. A 4-degree acceptable window for that ball to be accepted into the pocket. I got the same 4 degrees from this half ball alignment here. I've got the same 4 degrees right here. So I could make it from, I can make this shot from here using a half ball, or I can make it from, I'm just estimating 4 degrees here. I can make it from over there. I mean, anywhere within this little area right here, there's the half ball. So basically, if I put the cue ball anywhere in here, I'm going to make that half ball shot. Naturally, the closer I am to this line, the closer I am to that line, the closer the object ball is getting to going on one side of the pocket or the other. And if I'm off a little bit, I'm going to miss it. So it's better to be in the center of this little window, the 4-degree window, which is right here. It ends up being about 7 inches off the rail. Right in there. It's more accurate to do a spot shot from there than it is a half a diamond. So from right in that area, you can just shoot the half ball. Now if I miss this ball, it's because I'm jabbering too much and not paying much attention, but we'll try to focus on hitting exactly the half ball shot from right here. I mean, if your stroke is consistent, you can set this ball 7 inches out from that diamond and make spot shots until your arm gets sore. All kinds of room for error. Your stroke's got to really, which can happen. All you have to do is be a little off, a little distracted, and you hit this ball outside of this little margin of error that you have, and you're going to miss it. But from here, you've got the best chance to make it. And I could sit here and I could just keep shooting these spot shots until I got bored or, you know, a little lazy and then missed one. But I don't know how many I can make because it does get boring shooting them over and over. But that just goes to show no matter where a ball is on the table, there is a certain margin of error for that shot. From back here, you know, from way back in here, even from half table, like right in there, even from a half table, you've only got about a 2.5 degree window down here. Well, 2.5 is not that much. So from back here, a 2.5 degree window, no matter what my aim point is, I can only be off, you know, 3/4 of an inch left or right. If this ball were way back here, I could only be off 1/8 of an inch or so left or right, if that much. Because from back here, I've got about a 1.5 degree window, and 1.5 degrees this close up, you have to be very, very accurate. So when balls are down here within 3 diamonds, and you're using the Poolology numbers, you know, like this ball, I could be lined for here, there, or there. I've got plenty of playroom. I could be anywhere. I could be here or here in this little window that matches this window and use the same aim point and make that ball. From back here, now my window is cut in half. So from back here, I can only be from about here to about there. Just a little window. And cut that ball. This is a half ball shot. It's also a half ball shot from about here. But once I get a little beyond that, I have to go a tiny bit thinner than a half. Or if I'm over here, I have to go a little bit thicker than a half. But basically, that's the whole key to the thing. You've got a certain margin of error. That's all I wanted to show. The pockets aren't quite as tight as you would think.